Okay, so that was Mendeleev's periodic law. ठीक है. Now we'll start with merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. अच्छा, मेंडलीव के पहले कौन से दो साइंटिस्ट थे जिन्होंने क्लासिफिकेशन किया था? The two scientists were Dobereiner and Newlands. Very good. Dobereiner did Dobereiner triads and Newland did Newland's law of octaves. Now, दोनों का लॉ फेल हो गया था. Reason because they gave a specific number. Dobereiner told group of 3, which is called as triads. And because of that, he was unable to classify all the known elements at his time. Same during Newlands also, he told group of 8. Okay, properties of first and eighth element will repeat. Again, that was not possible when all the elements were known, or we can say when slowly number of elements were increasing. Mendeleev ne smart game khela. What he told, properties will repeat, but the duration, the interval is not fixed. Okay, properties of elements are periodic function. Periodic means what? It will repeat. Duration fixed nahi hai. For example, sunrise and sunset. Daily sunrise hota hai, daily sunset hota hai, लेकिन timing fixed nahi hai. If we compare two season, summer season and winter season. So winter season में sunrise and sunset का timing is different. Summer season में sunrise and sunset का timing is different. Daily that property is repeating. Sunrise sunset repeat होता है, but the duration is not fixed. सेम मेंडलीव ने भी बोला प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ एलिमेंट्स विल रिपीट, ड्यूरेशन नॉट फिक्स्ड. हाँ, बट क्या कंसीडर किया? इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर ऑफ एटॉमिक मासेस. दैट इज समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So this was basic idea about Mendeleev's periodic table. Let's proceed with the merits. Very first merit, Mendeleev revised the atomic mass of few elements to give them proper position. Okay, now for example, beryllium, its atomic mass earlier was 14.09. Achha, considering 14.09, was beryllium getting proper position? The answer is obviously no. Reason because 14.09, that means it is somewhere between nitrogen and oxygen. Achha, by the way, quickly type in the chat box, beryllium is a metal, non-metal or metalloid? Fatafat. Correct. All of you are giving correct answer. Beryllium is a metal. Okay, beryllium is a metal. So just observe carefully. Beryllium metal. If mass of beryllium is 14.09, according to that mass, the position of beryllium will be between nitrogen and oxygen. अच्छा, नाइट्रोजन भी नॉन मेटल है, ऑक्सीजन भी नॉन मेटल है. सो ऐसा कैसे पॉसिबल है दो नॉन मेटल के बीच में एक मेटल? Obviously it is not possible. So Mendeleev को भी यही थॉट आया कि दो नॉन मेटल के बीच में एक मेटल कैसे हो सकता है? There is some problem. So later on he calculated or he revised the properties. वो सब properties वापस go through करना चालू किया. He himself performed few experiments and later on he came to know that the atomic mass, the actual atomic mass of beryllium is only wrong. Its actual mass is 9.4 and there earlier it was 14.09. So according to 9.4, beryllium got proper position. कैसे पता चला? See, now if you observe the series which is there on the screen, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. So lithium, beryllium, metal, boron, metalloid, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, non-metal. So ये proper sequence हो रहा है, पहले metals, then metalloids, then non-metals, which is correct. But metals, metalloid, non-metal के बीच में वापस metal आना is not proper. So similarly, Mendeleev revised the atomic mass of beryllium and many other elements to give them a proper position. This is the very first merit of Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, let's proceed with the second one. Next, Mendeleev kept some vacant places in the periodic table for elements not discovered till then. What he did, he kept some vacant place. जहां पे उसको ऐसा हिंट मिला कि भाई इधर कुछ तो हो सकता है. There can be some other element over here. So there, at such places, he kept some vacant place. खाली जगह छोड़ दी. Not only he kept vacant place, he predicted their properties also. तो पहले उसने तुक्का मारा कि भाई यहाँ पे कोई एलिमेंट हो सकता है, तो उसने वैकेंट प्लेस छोड़ दिया एंड बाकी एलिमेंट्स को अरेंज किया. आफ्टर अरेंजिंग ऑल द एलिमेंट्स, later at the end, just a second, guys. Okay, later at the end, he predicted their properties as well, and properties were matching accurately. Okay, कौन से 3 एलिमेंट्स थे जो उसने प्रिडिक्ट किए थे? The name of the 3 elements were, already we know it is Eka boron, which is later on discovered as scandium, Eka aluminium, which is now called as gallium, Eka silicon, it's called as germanium. So it is scandium, gallium, germanium. He predicted as Eka boron, Eka aluminium and Eka silicon. अच्छा, ये तो सिर्फ नाम था, इसकी प्रॉपर्टीज भी प्रिडिक्ट की थी. Let us quickly go through that. Very first, atomic mass. So atomic mass he predicted as 68 and actual mass is 69.7, approximate equal. Next, density of solid, that is metal. So Eka aluminium he told 5.9, actually gallium ka it is 5.94, very close, 0.04 ka difference, which is we can say very close. Melting point, Eka aluminium का he predicted it will be low and actual में gallium का melting point is 30.2. This is considered as low. Reason, because if we hold gallium in our hand, yes guys ध्यान से सुनना, if we hold gallium metal, pure gallium metal in our hand, it will melt because हमारा body temperature is more than 30.2. Meeting, I have not logged the meeting, just a second. Let me just check the settings. Okay, हाँ. Okay, others can join the meeting. अगर कोई रह गया है तो just tell them. Okay, we'll proceed. So gallium का actual में melting point is 30.2, which is very less. If we hold gallium in our hand, it will melt. ठीक है, so hence it is low. Next, formula of chloride. Mendeleev ने Eka aluminium का symbol E लिखा था, so he has written formula will be ECl3 and actually it is GaCl3. Same है, just E की जगह G है, which is but obvious, for symbol change हो गया. Next, formula of oxide, he predicted it will be E2O3, actual में it is Ga2O3, again matching perfect. And nature of oxide, he predicted that it will be amphoteric oxide and actually it is amphoteric oxide. Now guys, you all will tell me what is amphoteric oxide. Come on. Quickly type in the chat box, what is amphoteric oxide? Perfect, Yami. Harshil correct. Gruang correct. अथर्व नहीं. Okay. जनरली यहाँ पे कंफ्यूज होते हैं, इसलिए मैंने पूछा. जनरली जैसे अभी यहाँ पे आंसर्स आ रहे हैं, मेटल, नॉन मेटल एंड मेटलॉइड्स, वैसा नहीं है. वो मेटल्स की मतलब वो एक एलिमेंट की प्रॉपर्टी होती है. इट इज मेटल्स, नॉन मेटल्स और मेटलॉइड्स. नाउ विल कंसीडर ऑक्साइड्स. एम्फोटेरिक ऑक्साइड दिया है ना बेटा, ऑक्साइड मींस इट इज अ कंपाउंड. सो हियर व्हाट हैपेंस, जनरली ये नोट डाउन कर लेना इफ यू वांट. मेटल ऑक्साइड्स आर एसिडिक, सॉरी बेसिक इन नेचर. Metal oxides are basic in nature and non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. You have to remember this. Metal oxide basic, non-metal oxides acidic. But there are few metal oxides which has both the properties, metals and non-metals. Okay, sorry, there are few metal oxides which has both the properties, that is acidic and basic. Such oxides which has both the properties of acidic nature and basic nature are called as amphoteric oxides. Okay, generally metal oxides are basic in nature, non-metal oxides acidic in nature. ध्यान से सुनो, metal oxides basic in nature, non-metal oxides acidic in nature, but few metal oxides which reacts with acid and base both. देखिए, जो दोनों के साथ रिएक्ट करते हैं, Such oxides are called as amphoteric oxides, which has dual nature. Acid and base के साथ react कर रहे हैं मतलब dual nature है. When they react with acid, they behave as a base, and when they react with base, they behave as a acid. So metal oxide with such nature are called as amphoteric oxide. Okay. So this was all about properties which he predicted, that is Mendeleev predicted, and actual properties of gallium which were matching well. So second merit hua. Let us quickly go through third merit now. Third merit is this merits. Okay, when noble gases were discovered such as helium, neon and argon, Mendeleev created zero group without disturbing the original periodic table. But we don't have non-metal oxides. No, we don't have non-metal oxides, just amphoteric oxides. Okay. Yeah. So now what we are doing is, just a second, guys. Okay, great. Yeah. Now what Mendeleev did over here? See, earlier, अगर आपको याद हो, Newlands के time, when new elements were discovered, he was unable to place new elements. But in case of Mendeleev, वैसा नहीं था. In case of Mendeleev, he kept vacant place where he can accommodate new elements, and when another element, another type of element, we can say, with different properties were discovered, like helium, neon, argon. Why they have different properties? Because they are already stable. Apart from these elements, all the other elements are unstable. These elements are stable. So when these elements were discovered with different properties, that is, they are already stable, he created a different group which is called as zero group. So group 1 के पहले उसने group 0 बना दिया, where he placed all such elements which are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon without disturbing the original table. So because of all these reasons, we can say Mendeleev's table was successful. कौन से 3 merits थे फटाफट डिस्कस कर लेते. The first merit was he revised the atomic mass of some element so as to give them a proper position according to their masses. Second, okay, he left some vacant places, and not only left some vacant place, he predicted their properties, and that properties matched well when the original elements were discovered. And third is on the screen, when noble gases were discovered such as helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, he created a different group which is called as zero group without disturbing the original periodic table. So these are the 3 merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. Yes, Mohammad Sallah. Okay, let's proceed with the demerits. ये by the way, ये table आपको important है, learn करना है. There can be a MCQ type question, or we can say filling the blanks type question. Atomic mass of aluminium 68, gallium dash. You have to write the answer 69.7. Formula of aluminium chloride. Aluminium chloride is ECl3, gallium chloride dash. You have to write. Density of aluminium 5.9, gallium dash. Such questions might come in your exam. So please be prepared for that and learn this table properly. Okay, let's start with demerits now. Merits ho gaya. Now few disadvantages, demerits. So the very first, the whole number atomic mass of the elements cobalt and nickel is same. 2 elements, cobalt and nickel, having same atomic masses, 59 each. So there was an ambiguity regarding their sequence. Ambiguity means confusion. Acha, confusion क्यों था? Reason, Mendeleev was arranging elements in increasing order of atomic mass. ध्यान से सुनना, क्या है? Increasing order of atomic mass. तो increasing order था, but यहाँ पे when 2 elements having same atomic mass 59, तो order क्या रहेगा? Which element will come first and which element will come next? तो ये order में confusion था. Hence वहां पे आ गया, there was an ambiguity, confusion regarding the position of cobalt and nickel. यस सोहम, सेम इज एप्लीकेबल ओवर देयर आल्सो। ओके, तो ये उसका फर्स्ट डीमेरिट हो गया। सेकेंड डीमेरिट, आइसोटोप। What are isotope? Isotopes, they have same atomic number but different atomic mass. अच्छा, सेम एटॉमिक नंबर को दूसरा वर्ड भी बोला जाता है सेम केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज. So it's one and the same. Either you can say same atomic number, different atomic mass, or you can say same chemical properties, different atomic masses, one and the same. Okay, so oxygen, for example, has two isotopes, oxygen 16 and oxygen 18. दोनों का एटॉमिक नंबर सेम है 8 8. ऑक्सीजन 16 का भी एटॉमिक नंबर 8, ऑक्सीजन 18 का भी एटॉमिक नंबर है 8. डिफरेंट क्या है? एटॉमिक मास है 16 and 18. So ideally there should be two different position, because ऑक्सीजन 16, तो एक ऑक्सीजन है जिसका मास 16 है, दूसरा ऑक्सीजन है जिसका मास 18 है. And Mendeleev has considered increasing order of atomic mass. So according to atomic mass, there are two oxygens, so there should be two position for oxygen. But ऐसा नहीं है. There is only one position for oxygen. Hence his law failed, or we can say there is one demerit. उसका law actual में fail नहीं हुआ है, that is modified, but this became its demerit. And not only oxygen, many other elements. Chlorine is also one of them. Even chlorine has isotopes. So isotopes जहां पे भी आता है वहां पे मेंडलीव का लॉ प्रॉब्लमेटिक हो गया. Next, the rise in atomic mass was not uniform. Okay, difference in atomic mass, or we can say rise in atomic mass, was not uniform. Therefore, he was unable to predict all the elements. उसने few elements predict किए, क्योंकि जहां पे लाइट वेट एलिमेंट्स थे, जो बेसिक एलिमेंट्स है, तो बेसिक एलिमेंट्स में जहां पे भी उसको लगा कि यहाँ पे कुछ हो सकता है, कुछ हिंट मिला, तो वहां पे उसने प्रिडिक्ट किया. बट व्हेन हेवी एलिमेंट्स केम with different properties, different nature, he was unable to predict those elements between them. For example, strontium, yttrium, difference in mass by 1. Then yttrium, zinchonium, difference in mass by 2, that is Yt and Zr. नीचे आप देखो. Then Zr, Nb, difference in mass is 4. So rise in mass is not constant. Again, if we consider Nb and Mo, difference is 2. So difference is not constant, hence he was unable to predict all the elements. He predicted few elements, but not all. Okay, just a second. Heavy elements means elements with higher atomic masses. जैसे वजन ज्यादा तो वो heavy element हो गया, that's it, और कुछ नहीं है. ठीक है. And finally, fourth demerit is position of hydrogen. Hydrogen shows similarity with halogens and alkali metals, that is group 7 and group 1. So where should he place hydrogen? That was a very big question. Okay, if we compare hydrogen with halogens, so molecular formula of hydrogen is H2. Halogen, एक chlorine consider किया, its formula is Cl2, which is same. We can say two atoms of hydrogen to combines to form one molecule. Same two atoms of halogens also to combines to form one molecule. Let it be any halogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Two atoms will combine to form one molecule. So similar nature. Then reaction with metal, or we can say compounds with metal. Hydrogen का NaH and chlorine का NaCl. Similar formula. And compounds with non-metals also are similar. CH4 and CCl4. So your hydrogen is showing similarity with halogens. Next, with alkali metals, that is group 1. So compound of hydrogen HCl, compound of sodium, which is an alkali metal considered over here for comparison, is NaCl. Similar formula. With oxygen H2O, Na2O, and with sulfur it is H2S and Na2S. So what is the problem over here? दोनों के साथ हाइड्रोजन की प्रॉपर्टीज मैच करती है, तो रखने का किधर? ग्रुप 1 में प्लेस करने का कि ग्रुप 7 में? So that was a very big confusion over here. So that was position of hydrogen. So these are the 4 demerits of Mendeleev. फटाफट एक बार चारों demerits पे रिवाइज कर लेते हैं. फर्स्ट, केशव क्या नहीं समझा सेकंड वाले में? See, now we are comparing hydrogen with group 1 element, that is sodium. Okay, so hydrogen when it combines with chlorine, it becomes HCl. Sodium combines with chlorine to becomes NaCl. Formula same है, H की जगह Na हो गया, that's it. उसके अलावा कोई चेंज नहीं. तो सिमिलर फॉर्मूला है, तो we can say they have similar properties. Same hydrogen when it combines with oxygen, it becomes H2O. Sodium plus oxygen, Na2O. Again similar formula, so we can say they have similar properties. And same last, when it combines with sulfur, it is H2S, and sodium combines with sulfur to form Na2S. Again, we can say they have similar properties. So similar properties, that means elements, they have similarity between them. And similarity है तो उसके साथ place करना है. तो दोनों के साथ similarity है, hence there is a confusion किसके साथ place करने का. ठीक है, लेट्स प्रोसीड. आर्यन बाद में आंसर करूंगा मैं ये. सो मेरिट डीमेरिट्स चलो एक बार क्विकली रिवाइज कर लेते. फर्स्ट, ambiguity, confusion regarding the position of cobalt and nickel. Why? Because both of them have same atomic mass, 59 59 each. So which one will come first, which one will come next? There was a confusion in their sequence. Confusion word exam में use नहीं करना है, we have to use word ambiguity. Next, isotopes have same chemical property but different atomic masses. And as they have different atomic masses, ideally there should be two different positions for isotopes, but ऐसा नहीं है. There is only one position for element. Second demerit. Third, rise in atomic mass was not constant, hence he was unable to predict all the elements. सब elements को predict नहीं कर सका. थोड़े बहुत किए, थोड़े बहुत रह गए. And finally, fourth, hydrogen shows similarity with halogens, that is group 7, and alkali metals, that is group 1. So there's a confusion where to place hydrogen. Group 7 alkali metals, sorry, group 1 alkali metals के साथ place करें या group 7 halogens के साथ place करें. That is the confusion. So these are the 4 demerits, merits and demerits of Mendeleev's periodic table. Anyone having any question in this, and please ask. Ambiguity means confusion. Harshil, it's open. Great. Chalo, next topic we are starting with मेरिट्स डीमेरिट्स के बाद अभी टेक्स्ट बुक यूज करेंगे. तो टेक्स्ट बुक के पहले हम ग्रुप 17 इन मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल इज कॉल्ड एज हैलोजेंस. मेंडेलीव में वो ग्रुप 17 नहीं, ग्रुप 7 है. अलग अलग टेबल है, तो वहां पे प्रॉपर्टीज भी थोड़ी सी अलग है. ठीक है, ओके. नेक्स्ट इज दिस, in modern periodic table. Acha, what is modern periodic law? Properties of elements are periodic function of atomic number. Can you all see a table on the screen? Yeah, great. Chalo. Properties of elements are periodic function of atomic number. So जो मेंडलीव का टेबल था उसमें एक छोटा सा चेंज किया. Instead of atomic mass, he considered atomic number and he created the whole new table, which we are using till today. Okay, that table is divided into 4 blocks, which we already know. S, P, D, F block. Quickly एक बार go through करते. S block contains group 1 and group 2. P block group 13 to 18. D block group 3 to 12, which is in between S block and P block. And F block, 2 separate rows below the table, that is lanthanide and actinide series. Then next, electrons in the outermost shell. So in S block, there are either 1 or 2 electrons in the outermost shell. P block में there are 3 to 8 electrons in the outermost shell. ये कैसे पता चलेगा? By writing electronic configuration. You can either consider group 2 elements of P block or group 3, period 2 and period 3 elements of P block. You will get the result. They have 3 to 8 electrons in their outermost shell. In D block, outermost 2 shells are incompletely filled, and F block में outermost 3 shells are incompletely filled. Then type of element, whether they are metal, non-metal or metalloids. So in S block, all the elements are metals. Why? Because they have tendency to lose electrons. just a second. Okay, let's proceed. Yeah. So S block contain all the metals. In P block, there is a zigzag line. And हमने पढ़ा था on the left sides of zigzag line there are metals, right side there are non-metals, and along the zigzag line there are metalloids. So P block contains all the three type of elements: metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Left side metal, right side non-metal. Okay, left metal, right non-metal. Then D block. Okay, D block contains all the metals. Reason because it is on the left side of zigzag line. And F block also contains all the metals because as we know modern periodic table अगर आपने देखा होगा तो there F block is ideally extension of D block. ध्यान से F block is ideally extension of D block. तो D block का extension मतलब वो D block का part है बोल सकते हैं हम. And D block is on the left side of zigzag line. So we can say even elements in F block are metals. And name of the elements, generalized name है यहाँ पे. S block elements are called as normal. P block are also called as normal. Why they are called as normal elements? Because only their last shell, or we can say outermost shell, is incompletely filled. Okay, the other shells are completely filled. Inner shells, खाली last shell incomplete है. Hence they are called as normal elements. In P block, will not consider group 18 because group 18 में क्या है? It is already filled. Last shell is filled, so it is complete है तो वो normal नहीं आएगा. But last shell incomplete है, then it is normal elements. D block, outermost two shells are incompletely filled, hence they are transition elements. And F block are inner transition elements because outermost three shells are incompletely filled. तो ये बेसिक हमारा मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल हमने क्विकली एक बार रिवाइज कर लिया. ओके, एंड नाउ विल रिवाइज पीरियोडिक ट्रेंड्स इन मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल. देयर आर 4 पीरियोडिक ट्रेंड्स एज यू कैन सी ऑन द स्क्रीन. Valency, atomic size, metallic and non-metallic character. So what is valency? Valency is tendency of element to become stable. कैसे stable होता है? 3 option GST, either by giving electrons, accepting electrons or sharing electrons, elements become stable. So valency across a period, left to right in a period, shows regular gradation. मतलब क्या? Initially valency will increase from 1 to 4, that is 1 2 3 4. 4 के बाद valency decrease होगा, that is 3 2 1 and 0. So this is the basic nature or basic trend observed in valency across a period. Left to right, initially it will increase from 1 2 3 4, then decrease to 3 2 1 and 0. And top to bottom in a group, valency remains same. Next, atomic size, left to right in a period decreases and top to bottom in a group increases. Why it decreases? Because number of shells are same. एक atomic number is increasing by 1, and as atomic number is increasing, we can say number of protons are increasing, जिसकी वजह से nuclear charge increases, and as nuclear charge increases, the nuclear pull, वो pull ज्यादा होगा जिसकी वजह से size कम हो जाएगा. So atomic size decreases from left to right and top to bottom it increases because new shells are added. And same atomic size and metallic character are same. एक याद रखने का, दूसरा automatic by default याद हो जाएगा. Metallic character is also called as electropositivity. Again confuse नहीं होना, electropositivity, metallic character, one and the same. If you want, note it down. Electropositivity is also called as metallic character, and electronegativity is also called as non-metallic character. So metallic character is tendency to donate electron. Left to right, metallic character decreases, and top to bottom, metallic character increases. And non-metallic character उसका complete opposite. Left to right, metallic decrease हो रहा है तो non-metallic will increase. Top to bottom, metallic increase हो रहा है तो non-metallic will decrease. So these are the 4 periodic trends which you all have to remember. Basic table, if you want, you can take a screenshot of this quickly. And based on this, page 29 question number 4 है जो हम अभी डिस्कस करने वाले. Page 29 question number 4. So be ready with your textbook. I hope सबने इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया होगा. ठीक है, चलो let's proceed. I'll just change the screen again. यहाँ पे फर्स्ट 20 एलिमेंट्स, देन ग्रुप 1 ग्रुप 2 एलिमेंट्स एंड ऑल है. यस, यू कैन यूज दिस टेबल टू रिमेम्बरिंग, ऑब्वियसली यस, इसलिए तो मैंने बताया बेटा. Okay, now I'll share the textbook. By the time all of you be ready with your textbook, page number 29. Just a second. Okay, can you all see my screen again? I've shared the textbook PDF. Can you all see the screen? Great, great. Chalo, let's proceed. So very first thing over here. Okay, now these questions are very important. They are very easy and very important. Why they are important? Because here they will ask you to write something based on your understanding. आपको कितना समझ में आया है, based on that you have to write the answer. And second thing, okay, it's easy because कुछ नहीं करना है. हमने जो 4 periodic trends के हमने पढ़े, left to right क्या होता है across a period and top to bottom क्या होता है, just considering that you have to find the answer. That's it. Okay, but generally आप लोग mistake क्या करते हैं? You just write electronic configuration and final answer. If you read the heading over there, write down the electronic configuration of the following elements from the given atomic number, answer the following question with explanation. It is written with explanation. हम generally explanation नहीं लिखते हैं. So this is very important for you all to write the explanation as well along with the finding the correct answer. ठीक है, ये मत भूलना एग्जाम में, otherwise these questions are easy. Let's discuss this question. Okay, very first. Now lithium, silicon, helium, sodium and P for phosphorus, P for potassium नहीं है. Again exam में silly mistake मत करना. Their atomic numbers are given to you. You have to write the electronic configuration and we have to answer. We have to identify which of these elements belong to period 3. कौन से एलिमेंट्स पीरियड 3 में है. अच्छा, हाउ टू गेट पीरियड नंबर, हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई पीरियड नंबर? वेरी सिंपल, पीरियड नंबर इक्वल्स टू नंबर ऑफ शेल. यस, पीरियड नंबर इक्वल्स टू नंबर ऑफ शेल. Khushi, I have not logged the meeting. Meeting is already open. They are unable to enter due to their network issue at their place. Meeting open है बेटा. Okay, yeah, proceeding ahead. So lithium, silicon, helium, sodium and phosphorus, how to find out period number? So for that you have to write electronic configuration. Okay, electronic configuration है तो जितने shells उतने ही उसके number of period. If it has 2 shell, period 2, 3 shell, period 3 and so on. So here when you will write electronic configuration, बहुत सारे लोगों ने already correct answer दे दिया है. Okay, lithium electronic configuration 2,1, it belongs to period 2. Silicon electronic configuration 2,8,4. First shell 2, second 8, third 4. Third shell में 4, so we can say number of shells 3. Helium electronic configuration only 2, first shell, or we can say first period. Sodium again will have 3 shells, so it belongs to third period, and same phosphorus will have 3 shell, so even phosphorus belongs to third period. So in a way we can say the correct answer over here will be silicon, sodium and phosphorus. These are the 3 elements belonging to third period. What is the explanation for that? You have to write these 3 elements as they have electrons in 3 shell, or we can say According to electronic configuration, electrons are present in 3 shell, hence they belong to third period. So you have to write such explanation. Okay. Next element. Now electronic configuration से period number कैसे मिलेगा? Number of shell. अच्छा, group number कैसे मिलेगा? By getting valence electrons. The electrons which are present in the outermost shell, with the help of that we can get group number. ठीक है? So let's see. Yes, Sujit, explanation in 1 or 2 line is okay, no problem in that, but you have to write proper explanation. 1 or 2 line mein if you can explain everything properly, then it's completely okay, no problem at all in that. Okay. Second question. Now which of these elements belonging to group, second group? अच्छा, group number कैसे पता चलेगा? Very easy. Outermost shell में electrons check करने के. If there is 1 electron in the outermost shell, it belongs to group 1. If there are 2 electrons, group 2. 1 electron है तो group 1, 2 electrons है तो group 2. अच्छा, 2 से ज्यादा है तो क्या? तो plus 10 करेंगे. If there are 3 electrons in the outermost shell, yes, you have to write electronic configuration and show it to them. स्कूल आपको एग्जाम के टाइम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखना है, बिकॉज वहां पे क्वेश्चन ही हेडिंग रीड करो. हेडिंग में क्या लिखा है? राइट डाउन द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एलिमेंट्स एंड देन फाइंड आउट द आंसर अलोंग विद एक्सप्लेनेशन. वो भी आपको लिखना है. ठीक है. सो हाँ, आई वाज सेइंग कि इफ there is 1 electron, then group 1, 2 electron, group 2. If there are 3 electrons, number of electrons 3, तो plus 10 कर देने का for group number. Group number is 3 plus 10, group 13. 4 electrons, group 14, 5 electrons, 15, 6 electrons, 16, 7 electrons, 17, and 8 electrons, group 18. So this is how you can get the group number. Now यहाँ पे हमें क्या पूछा है? Second group. अच्छा, सेकेंड ग्रुप मतलब आउटर मोस्ट शेल में कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होने चाहिए? द आंसर इज 2. वेरी गुड. आउटर मोस्ट शेल शुड हैव 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. ओके, सो यू हैव टू राइट द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन एंड फाइंड आउट व्हिच आर द एलिमेंट्स हैविंग 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. एंड फाइनल आंसर आपको मिलेगा कैल्शियम एंड बेरिलियम. These 2 elements have 2 electrons each in the outermost shell, hence they belong to group 2. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे जाते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर सी, दैट इज थर्ड क्वेश्चन. अगेन फ्यू एलिमेंट्स गिवन: नाइट्रोजन, कार्बन, ऑक्सीजन, बोरॉन, एल्यूमिनियम. विच इज द मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट अमॉन्ग दिस? अच्छा, इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी पहले रिवाइज करते हैं. टॉप टू बॉटम इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी डिक्रीजेस, कम होता है, एंड लेफ्ट टू राइट इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी इंक्रीजेस. Electronegativity is nothing but non-metallic character. Left to right in a period, electronegativity increases, and top to bottom decreases in a group. इतना याद है, आगे क्वेश्चन करते. Okay. Now nitrogen, carbon, oxygen and boron, all these elements they belong to same. सर सेकेंड का आंसर रिपीट करो. सेकेंड का आंसर इज बेरिलियम, Be एंड कैल्शियम, Ca. उनका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन के आउटर मोस्ट शेल में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है. बेरिलियम इज 2,2, आउटर मोस्ट शेल 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, हेंस ग्रुप 2. एंड कैल्शियम इज 2,8,8,2. अगेन लास्ट में देयर आर 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, बिलोंग्स टू सेकेंड ग्रुप. ओके देवांश, मूविंग अहेड. इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी वापस एक बार बता देता हूं. सर स्ट्रोंटियम यहाँ पे कहाँ पे है बेटा? सल्फर है, सल्फर नहीं आएगा. सल्फर का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन 2,8,6 होगा. ओके, थर्ड क्वेश्चन करते हैं. हाँ, एस इज सल्फर. ओके, थर्ड क्वेश्चन. इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी टॉप टू बॉटम decreases, left to right increases. Now nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, boron, if we arrange them, aluminium को अभी साइड में रखो. nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, boron, all these elements belong to same period, period number 2. तो if we consider only this four elements, then oxygen is highest electronegative. क्यों? Because वो right most side में है. मैंने क्या बोला? Left to right increases, electronegativity increases. तो oxygen right most side में है, तो according to that oxygen is highest electronegative. अच्छा, aluminium को हमने side में क्यों रखा? Because aluminium belongs to next period. All these elements belong to second period, aluminium belongs to third period, and top to bottom electronegativity decreases. So by default aluminium का electronegativity कम होगा, तो इसीलिए हमने aluminium को पहले ही साइड में कर दिया. बाकी एलिमेंट्स जो बचे, out of all the other elements, that is nitrogen, carbon, oxygen and boron, oxygen is on the rightmost side, hence oxygen is highest electronegative. Okay, oxygen is the correct answer for third one. Is it clear to all? Aluminium नहीं. Aluminium by the way guys metal है, oxygen non metal है, तो metallic character ऑक्सीजन का ही ज्यादा होगा ना. एक सिंपल लॉजिक अगर हम अप्लाई करें तो वही यूज होगा. दिव्य सुनो वापस. सी, टॉप टू बॉटम मेटालिक कैरेक्टर, सॉरी नॉन मेटालिक कैरेक्टर डिक्रीजेस. तो नाइट्रोजन, कार्बन, ऑक्सीजन, बोरॉन दे बिलोंग टू सेकेंड पीरियड, एल्यूमिनियम बिलोंग टू थर्ड पीरियड. सो कंपेयर टू एलिमेंट्स इन सेकेंड पीरियड, जो नीचे आएगा इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी डिक्रीज होता है, तो एल्यूमिनियम लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव रहेगा, इसलिए हमने एल्यूमिनियम को पहले निकाल दिया. बिकॉज टॉप टू बॉटम क्या होता है? डिक्रीज होता है. अदर एलिमेंट्स बिलोंग टू सेकेंड पीरियड, एल्यूमिनियम बिलोंग टू थर्ड पीरियड, तो वो बॉटम आ गया ना, नीचे आया, तो इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी डिक्रीज, इसलिए हमने एल्यूमिनियम को पहले साइड में कर दिया. ओके, एंड फ्रॉम द अदर एलिमेंट्स ऑक्सीजन इज हाईएस्ट इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट इज इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिविटी. ओके, इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिविटी बेरिलियम, कार्बन, ऑक्सीजन, बोरॉन एंड एल्यूमिनियम. करेक्ट. नाउ यहां पे करेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा? वी हैव टू फाइंड हाईएस्ट इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव. So beryllium, carbon, oxygen, boron. Again, all these elements belong to same period, that is period number 3. Sorry, period number 2. And aluminium belongs to period number 3. यहाँ पे बहुत सिंपल है. टॉप टू बॉटम इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिविटी इंक्रीजेस, नेगेटिव डिक्रीज होता है तो पॉजिटिविटी इंक्रीज होगा. तो टॉप टू बॉटम बेरिलियम, कार्बन, ऑक्सीजन, बोरॉन सेकेंड पीरियड, एल्यूमिनियम थर्ड पीरियड. नीचे कौन सा आया? एल्यूमिनियम. डायरेक्टली फाइनल आंसर हमारा खत्म. एल्यूमिनियम इज मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव ओवर हियर अमॉन्ग द गिवन एलिमेंट्स. समझा? सिंपल एक्सप्लेनेशन, सिंपल रीजन. Because top to bottom electropositivity increase, other elements belong to second period and aluminium belongs to third period. Hence, aluminium is more electropositive compared to all the other elements given over here. Good लगा? Say yes or no, clear or doubt. चलो, great, great, great. See, ये सब क्वेश्चंस ना जनरली हमने क्लासरूम में डिस्कस नहीं किए थे, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर डूइंग इट नाउ. ठीक है, एंड दिस आर इंपॉर्टेंट एंड आई हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड ड्यूरिंग एग्जाम जनरली आप लोग इसमें मिस्टेक करते हैं, तो प्लीज ध्यान से सुनना. एंड इन केस इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन यू कैन आस्क मी. सो इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिविटी, सुजीत क्या, बट as beryllium is the leftmost element then it comes to be electropositive ना. See, that is true, बट हम यहाँ पे दो पीरियड, अभी सी अगर एक ही पीरियड होता ना, इफ ऑल द एलिमेंट्स विच आर गिवन इन सेम पीरियड, एक ही पीरियड में दिया है, ओके, आइदर पीरियड 2 और पीरियड 3, देन जो लेफ्ट मोस्ट साइड में है दैट इज हाईएस्ट इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव. बट हियर देयर आर टू डिफरेंट पीरियड्स गिवन, हेंस जो नीचे वाला होगा दैट विल बी मोर इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव, because top to bottom electropositivity increases. Okay, chalo. Next question is considering atomic size. Okay, sodium, phosphorus, chlorine, silicon, magnesium. See, now this is very easy. क्यों? Because यहाँ पे all the elements, when you will write their electronic configuration, आपको पता चलेगा all of them belong to period number 3. Why? Because they have 3 shell. तो एक ही पीरियड में हमारा काम बहुत इजी हो जाता है. करेक्ट सुजीत, कैसे? लेफ्ट टू राइट एटॉमिक साइज डिक्रीजेस, तो यहां पे लेफ्ट मोस्ट में एलिमेंट कौन सा आएगा? द करेक्ट आंसर इज सोडियम, विच मेनी ऑफ यू हैव गिवन. So sodium is the correct answer, and we can say sodium is highest electropositive. Sorry, sodium is the metal with highest size, or we can say largest atom. वेरी इजी. आपको एक पीरियोडिक ट्रेंड अगर दिमाग में याद है तो आपका काम बहुत इजी हो जाएगा. लेफ्ट टू राइट क्या होता है, टॉप टू बॉटम क्या होता है. नेक्स्ट एफ क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर एफ. पोटेशियम, लिथियम, सोडियम, बेरिलियम. Okay, which of this atom has smallest atomic radius? Yes, Soham. Which of this element have smallest atomic radius? अच्छा, अगेन यहां पे दो अलग अलग पीरियड दिया है, तो थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. ऊपर वाले में क्या था, एक ही दिया था तो हमारा काम इजी हो गया. यहां पे दो अलग अलग पीरियड में दिया है. तो लेट्स सी. फर्स्ट इज पोटेशियम, लिथियम, सोडियम. हमने पढ़ा था ली ना के, लिथियम, सोडियम, पोटेशियम. दिस इज द करेक्ट ऑर्डर, एंड आउट ऑफ दिस सबसे ऊपर होता है दैट इज हैविंग लेस साइज. तो एटॉमिक साइज, और वी कैन से एटॉमिक रेडियस ऑफ लिथियम इज स्मॉलेस्ट कंपैरेटिवली टू सोडियम एंड पोटेशियम. बट व्हेन वी कंपेयर लिथियम विद बेरिलियम, तो लिथियम एंड बेरिलियम बिलोंग्स टू सेम पीरियड. कौन सा पीरियड है? पीरियड नंबर 2. And left to right atomic size decreases. So when we compare lithium and beryllium, so over here beryllium is the element having smallest atomic size, or we can say smallest atomic radius. So final answer is beryllium. वापस एक बार करते हैं. हमें 4 एलिमेंट्स दिए हैं, पोटेशियम, लिथियम, सोडियम, बेरिलियम. Now when we compare potassium, lithium and sodium, they belong to group 1, and among these 3 elements lithium is smallest. But when we compare lithium and beryllium, okay, so left to right, lithium will come first, उसके बाद right में आता है beryllium. Left to right atomic size decreases. तो comparison के हिसाब से lithium and beryllium में beryllium will have smaller size, and the correct answer is beryllium, because they have asked for smaller atomic radius, or we can say smaller atomic size. So beryllium is the correct answer. Okay, and the last two I am giving you as homework, because it is metallic character and non-metallic character, जो हमने already ऊपर किया. Metallic character is nothing but electropositivity, non-metallic character is electronegativity. तो हमने ऐसे दो क्वेश्चन किए हैं, hence I am giving you the other 2 questions as homework. ठीक है. एक और छोटा सा टॉपिक डिस्कस करना है. जस्ट अ सेकंड, आई विल शेयर माय अदर स्क्रीन. Okay, there is one give reason over here on the screen, जो एक important give reason है, final give reason. The third period contains only 8 elements, even though the electron capacity of third shell is 80. पहले तो क्वेश्चन क्या है वो समझते हैं. Okay, third shell has capacity of 18. तो अगर कैपेसिटी 18 है तो एक्चुअल में थर्ड पीरियड में देयर शुड बी 18 एलिमेंट्स. कैसे? सी, फर्स्ट पीरियड में होता है सिर्फ वन शेल, फर्स्ट शेल की कैपेसिटी 2, हेंस देयर आर 2 एलिमेंट्स. सेकेंड पीरियड अगर हम देखें, सेकेंड पीरियड मींस देयर इज सेकेंड शेल का कैपेसिटी इज 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, हेंस देयर आर 8 एलिमेंट्स इन द सेकेंड पीरियड. अगर सिमिलर ट्रेंड हम लोग फॉलो करें तो थर्ड पीरियड में कैपेसिटी, थर्ड शेल की कैपेसिटी इज 18. So ideally there should be 18 elements, but ऐसा नहीं है. There are only 8 elements. इसका रीजन क्या है वो हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. Yes, that is due to rule of octet, that is electron octet rule follow होता है इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन की वजह से. बट एक्चुअल रीजन क्या है? यहाँ पे जो लास्ट के पॉइंट्स दिख रहे हैं ना, वो हम कंसिडर करेंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल पोटेशियम एंड कैल्शियम. So potassium and calcium both show a unique behavior. Why? Because when we write their electronic configuration, it is 2,8,8,1 or 2,8,8,2. Q. See, even though the capacity of third shell is 18, only 8 electrons are accommodated in the third shell of potassium and calcium, or we can say any element belonging to ग्रुप नंबर 4। सब में यही रीजन है। रीजन, दिस इज बिकॉज ऑर्बिट और शेल्स आर ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज एनर्जी लेवल्स। हम जनरली ऑर्बिट्स बोलते हैं, बट प्रैक्टिकली जब आप एक एटम का स्ट्रक्चर हम देख तो नहीं सकते, बट हायर एजुकेशन में जब आप करोगे तो वहां पे ऑर्बिट जैसा कुछ नहीं होता। ऑर्बिट इज जस्ट अ पाथ विच इज फॉलो। वो पाथ को हम सिंपल लैंग्वेज में ऑर्बिट बोलते हैं, बट एक्चुअली इट इज एनर्जी लेवल। देयर आर डिफरेंट एनर्जी लेवल्स वेयर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर अकोमोडेटेड। So different orbits or different shells are there that are also called as different energy levels. And the remaining electrons, that is 1 electron of potassium and 2 electrons of calcium, have higher energies. वो electrons की भी खुद की energy होती है। So जो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन पोटेशियम का है and 2 electrons of calcium, they have higher energy, hence they go to higher shell. लेस एनर्जी है तो लोअर शेल में रहेगा, हायर एनर्जी है तो हायर शेल में जाएगा। सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रीजन, दैट इज जो लॉ ऑफ ऑक्टेव, वो ऑक्टेट का लॉ इज बेस्ड ऑन दिस रूल ओनली, दिस प्रिंसिपल। हायर एनर्जी लेवल्स, तो उसकी वजह से इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हायर शेल्स में जाते हैं, हेंस देयर आर ओनली 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, और वी कैन से ऑक्टेट कंप्लीट होता है। That is why even though the shell capacity is 18, the remaining electrons are accommodated in the fourth shell in case of potassium and calcium. Hence they have electronic configuration as given below. एक सिंपल टॉपिक, एक कॉन्सेप्ट था कि एनर्जी लेवल करके भी कुछ होता है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ एनर्जी लेवल इलेक्ट्रॉन्स चेंज होते हैं, दे गो टू हायर एनर्जी लेवल एंड लोअर एनर्जी लेवल एंड सो ऑन. So this is the reason. Again, you can take a screenshot of this if you want. Otherwise, answer आपके notes में already है. So with this, I am done from my side with today's lecture. हमने सारे important topics जो जिसमें जनरली आप लोगों को डाउट्स होते हैं या जो हमने ड्यूरिंग लेक्चर्स कवर नहीं की थी, वो सब हमने आज कर लिया है. Okay, anyone having any question, please note it down. Later on you can ask me because time हो गया है, it's already 8:30. You have geography lecture. So I'll just end नहीं करूंगा, I'll just, yes, 8:30 done. हाँ, तो मैं चेंज कर रहा हूँ. I'll just stop over here and I'll make Lalita doubts in carbon compounds chapter. Yeah, we'll do that also. One by one, we are going to do each and every chapter.